everybody. Oh man, happy new year! Yeah, we made it, man. We made it to another year. Blessings to all of y'all out there, man. If y'all don't know, this is the Mentally Strong Conference. And I'm your host. There's only one, First Night. That's me, y'all. Word. Oh man. So first and foremost, I always come on and I say two things, right? I always got to explain why I even come on here every week, right? So I come on every week based off my own personal experience, based off of the life that I've lived and everything. And I believe in my heart and so much that our mental health is so important. It's just as important as our physical health. So I come on every week just to try to put out some positive information, positive energy to push you guys to just understand that please pay attention to your mental health. So the second thing, I always start off my first hour by putting out some real good energy to anyone out there who isn't doing so well right now. We got storms, we got snow, it's cold weather, whatever it is, financially, physical health, mental health, whatever is wrong with you right now. If you having a problem right now, you're not alone. It's your man First Night, and I love to put the smile out there, and I love to be like, I wish I could just push it through the internet. So I want you to feel it. So I wish you could feel it, but I know that it's impossible. So I just come out with the big smile, and I want to say I'm thinking about you. Okay, anyone, and not just someone that I know, right? I'm a stranger, so I'm thinking about you as a stranger. That if you're not doing so well, I want to say that there's room for change, and it won't last forever. We can definitely change it from a frown to upside down to a smile, right? So that's my point, right? So now it's a new year, man. How was y'all Christmas? How was the new year? Oh man, so I went on the cruise. So it's been a few weeks. I came on. I had to record it because I couldn't upload. So I don't know if you saw or not. So I went on the cruise. It was 2 weeks, and I'm not gonna get into the ins and outs of that, but it was a positive experience leaving America for my first time. Great experience, man. Um, I want to say my best part of it was, those of you who don't know, um, my mom had passed a year ago. She wasn't in my life. Listen, guys, anybody who come on, man, I'm going to stop myself for two. Anybody come on. Hey, hello, everybody that come on. Thank you so much for coming on. But please hit that like button for me. Just one time. If you can, if you just passing through, just hit it and peace. Thank you so much for even just saying, coming through. All right. But again, so I lost my mom, and my mom was born in Puerto Rico. So part of my trip in 2 weeks was to end. Thank you so much. Thank you. I see it. Thank you. So part of my trip was taking my mom to Puerto Rico. So she's never been anywhere else but New York. So I took her out of New York, and I took her with me to Brazil, to St. Lucia, to Barbados, and Antigua, and then Puerto Rico, right? So all those places I took in, I dropped a little bit of her aspirin until we got to Puerto Rico. And I got to see my family, who my mom, cousin, which would be my second cousin, and her children, which would be my third cousin. So this is cool stuff, right? I'm meeting them for the second time now. Third time, because I got to see them in New York from my grandma's. That's another story. But my grandma's 100 years old, so I'm shooting video, and every place I land, and I'm shooting video to send to my grandma in New York to show her that I'm taking mom with me, and I'm putting little ash in the ocean everywhere we go. And so we got to Puerto Rico. My family met me in Puerto Rico. And they took me. We had a nice dinner and all that good stuff. Listen, I had a great time in Puerto Rico. But my point was about mom, right? So I took mom. They took me to a nice little cut spot, and I took mom's ashes, said a nice prayer, nice little saying. Me and mom's cousin was having a nice good tear of love and joy, and we was letting her go in the ocean in Puerto Rico, and that was a great feeling to have that happen. And I didn't know what else to do with her. Yes, I'm an Eagles fan. Yes, yes, yes. Go Eagles. They're going to bust the Giants tonight, even with the second string, third string. They're still going to bust the Giants. Sorry about that, y'all. Somebody asking me about my Eagles fan. You see the Eagles chair. Oh, wait, it's this way, right? Oh, man, don't worry about it. It's the Eagles thing behind me. Yes, I'm a big Eagles fan. That's what's up. Thank you so much for putting it. So anyway, so that was a real good refreshing. I haven't gotten a chance to really do nothing for mom. I didn't do anything ceremonial or a church thing or anything like that for my mom. I just had these ashes. And so I figured what better place to do was to take mom to Puerto Rico and let her out there where she was born, right? She was born there, so I let her go there. And it was great, man. It felt so good. Uh, After a year, it now felt really good that I've really, I'm done. I'm done with all the nonsense that came with after someone passes. And spiritually, now I let mom go and I can let mom rest in peace uh, in Puerto Rico through the ocean. So she's wherever that is. And right after it kind of rained. And so I left some on the ground. So she got soaked into the ground. So that was like, oh man, for me in my heart, that was like my number one thing. Besides leaving the country and gotten to see all those places for the first time. That was like amazing. Yo, good morning, cuz. Good morning, cuz. Blessings to you, man. Happy New Year. Oh man, so it's great to see you. Thank you so much. New year, new things, definitely new plans, right? For they talk about the resolutions and stuff. And I'm gonna get into that in a minute because you're part of it, cuz you're part of it. So yeah, so like mom, having to deal with mom was like the best thing ever for me. And then we came back, and let me tell you, the vacation was all hot. So it was all islands. So it was all hot, 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 and rain. Hot and rain. Islands, hot and rain. Two things that happened. But we came back to we landed in New York and it was freezing. We got back to freezing. Like I'm in the t-shirt because I'm indoors, but outside ice cold. You gotta have a hat on, the gloves, the scarf, winter coat, all that bundled up. That was horrible. You talking about a wake-up call. We had to stop at the Dunkin' Donuts real quick in the airport to grab something to warm up their hands because we didn't even have gloves. We had the jackets, not the coats. And then it was snow. So we had the white Christmas right on that. It was all snow. Had to deal with that outside and all that. I couldn't do it myself because it was sitting for a while, so we had the guy come and help me gather all that snow into one side of the property. And so Christmas was awesome with my queen. My queen is the best. Yo, Big J in the house, Puerto Rico. Speaking of, now that was I wasn't really gonna dig into that because I did that post already. But my boy, my brother from Puerto Rico, from New York, and he in Puerto Rico right now. Got to see him too. So yes, peace and blessings to my brother Josh. I thought you had work today. I think I see you. So bless, brother. So anyway, so Christmas was awesome with my queen, just her and I, just doing us, and we give each other great gifts, and so we had a good thing. And leading into New Year's, here we are, New Year's, and I cooked a nice New Year's dinner for me and the queen, and we had a nice dinner, which still eating leftovers days later because I cooked a roast pork shoulder and some rice and beans, and so you can't cook it small. You gotta cook the big pot. It's cooking for two people, but I cook for like 7, 8. So we got leftovers for days. We actually froze some. We put some in the freezer so we could cook for the other nights. I won't have to cook roast pork for quite some time. So yeah, man. So New Year's resolutions, right? So I've been talking to you guys about where I'm going into the new year. Wait, I'm gonna stop. So let me go back into one other thing. So uh seeing my, letting go of my moms and seeing my family and spending 2 days in Puerto Rico, and we had done the ancestry and stuff, and found out that I'm Portuguese And before I get to Puerto Rico, I'm Portuguese. Well, I'm Portuguese and I'm equally Spanish and Taino indigenous Puerto Rican. So I'm equally Spanish and Puerto Rican, but I'm mostly Portuguese. So anyway, so I'm digging the ancestry and all that stuff, and this is why I brought this up. Uh, Matter of fact, let me see if I could turn this around for. Hold on in 1 second. Let me see if I could. Uh, Let me see. Mirror. All right, let me change this mirror on this one. I can't do it here on the YouTube. So, I'm digging in my ancestry. I'm thinking about things, and the Queen and I, we gonna end up in both Spain and Portugal next year. So, uh, for my birthday, I had gotten this for my birthday, Roots. I know it's backwards on the YouTube, so I have this on VHS, but now I got the DVD section, and so it got me watching Roots and got me going. You know what I mean? They got me digging it, feeling myself. You know what I mean? So, been watching this, taking few. Yo, AD in the house, Shaolin represent, baby. That's what's up, man. So, going to Puerto Rico and feeling my roots there with my family, because I met them for the first time a few years back, and then I met my cousin, my mom's cousin, a few years back. Then I met her kids for the first time going to Puerto Rico. And so for my first time Puerto Rico, and so it was dope. And it's like I said, got me watching Roots and all that, feeling the way about digging into my past, and finding out how I'm Portuguese, and find out how I'm Spanish. And so that's something I'm gotta do. Gotta make some phone calls and start digging in and start writing some stuff down. Uh, it's also part of my book I'm writing about my mental health struggle and what I've been through and how to get here. So now here we are. So that's part of my first New Year's resolution, right? I already had things going on. I don't want to call it resolutions because it's not resolutions. I'm good right now. I don't really have much to change in myself except for, I guess, I'm still very loud. I'm still very loud, even when I'm first night. I can't help it. I'm still very a loud person. So I guess if it's anything I like to change, my resolution is um, how to not be so loud, or when to pick and choose how to be that loud person and not. Because I kind of like when I'm first night, but there's a time and place for things. So that's probably like my only resolution. So as far as my my, my yearly plan, so coming in this new year, part of my plan was to get back on the radio and to start making music again. Um, to put my voice back to some music, not so much to sell records or to put out records or anything, but for me, uh, I'm doing this. It'll get my voice out. I'm doing the mashup Mondays, and so uh, I was going to get on the radio. Got sick, work on communication with my family. I was just saying, part of that is my ancestry thing, cuz that I need to dig into some history of how I'm Portuguese. I'm not too sure, cuz what your DNA says for you. Uh, but that's part of my thing for New Year is to talk to my family, go and dig back into how far I can get, uh, to see if I can get to Portugal. So everything costs money. So part of my New Year plan was to invest in myself, right? So um, I already have the budget set up for getting back on the radio. Um, Obviously, nothing is easy. So to get back on the radio, there's the cost of being in the network. Then it's a cost to I want to have my own application like YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. I want to have my own application so I don't have to beg you to find me here. Come and find me on here. No, I want to have something you can find me anytime you want. So when I post here now, I'm posting, hey, come find me at First Night Experience. Right? So I want to have my own application. So I found out that in order to have my own application within the radio network, I have to pay a fee to Apple and I have to pay a fee to Google to be on both platforms so you could download my application. Uh, when I first was digging into it, the fees didn't exist. And so now here we are. Times change, right? The fees exist. It's about investing in myself. So now my budget is up a little. Uh, you can't always uh, plan for the minor setback, but I kind of knew something would come into play. So now here I am. I live in Connecticut. I'm from New York, and I'm new to Connecticut, and I have a car. And now it's been a year I've had a car, and I got a bill for taxes for Connecticut for owning the car. Whatever the car's worth, I gotta pay the tax for. So that's a bill I need to pay ASAP. So that's gonna put me off the radio. I was planning to be like, hey guys, this week I'm on the radio, but that's not gonna happen. So we got a few weeks of us doing this where I'm gonna tell you guys that I'm gonna be on the radio. But that's in the works, right? So the second thing is to start making beats. So after Mashup Monday, tomorrow, Tuesday, I'm coming in. Y'all can't see this, but in front of me is my MPC, and the computer's in front of me with my software that I've already invested in to the brand new software, so I can start making some beats, going from beats to writing songs. I'm already got my pen going. If y'all don't know, old school people still write songs in the pen. I can't do I can't do this texting, and I can't type like that as fast as my mind thinks when I'm writing. You know what I mean? So anyway, so back to where I'm at. So part of that is definitely starting this Tuesday. I'm gonna open up the software, and I'm gonna start banging and booming, and see where that take me. And that's gonna be my Tuesday thing, banging and booming, and possibly, right? So I'm a big four o'clock in the morning. I can't help it. I get up 4 o'clock every morning. I can't help it, right? No matter what. And it could be, and let's give a take every once in a while is yo, that's my, oh man, what up, Vinyl Man? What up, Vinyl Man? Peace and blessings, man. Happy New Year to you. Thank you. Yo, do me a favor. Please hit that like button. All y'all TikTok people who come on, please hit your like button. Cuz hit a like button for me. Everybody on YouTube, please. Yo, don't just pass by. Hit the like button for me. So that's my Vinyl Man. Yo, Wicked Man. Yo, you got the baddest vinyl. I thought I was dope. I can't wait to show you my vinyl getting back on the radio. So again, that's what I'm talking about, right? So I gotta invest in myself. So that's where we at. My money's ready to go to invest in myself and to getting where I'm going. Like I said, all this started with being at rock bottom. I was totally rock bottom. I living in my car. My mom's wasn't in my life, so I didn't really have. I had a stepmom who was that typical idea of a stepmom. what was told a stepmom, the stereotypical stepmom. I live with that. Um, it was a mental game being played by my stepmom, and my dad is my dad. He has an upbringing that's different, uh, very old generation, old generation. My pops. So my children also come from an old generation thinking because I was raised with that old generational thinking. So anyway, so I've been on the bottom, and now I'm good. Took a lot of work to get where we at right now, right? So here's where I sit right now. Um, I'm no longer angry. I no longer have deceit, or I don't lie to anyone. Um, I'm honest, and even if it hurts someone's feelings, I just gotta be honest. I gotta be the person I am. Uh, so again, uh, I'm good. The mental struggle that I had from my childhood, I brought into my adulthood. Um, I brought it to my relationships, brought it to my friendships, brought it to how I communicated with my family and not communicated with my family, right? Cuz, right? Cuz. So, pardon me, I'm pointing because the comments is on this side. Sorry. Uh, and that's how I'm doing. So she commented based on the family thing that I have. But so anyway, so I don't have a great relationship with my sister, and and based off me, it's my mental struggle, right? What I'm just saying, I'm not here to place blame on anything else. My own personal mental struggle, and again, finding out my DNA is Portuguese and Spanish, and we understand that that's all history says what that comes with, right? That comes with war and pillaging and slavery and raping and all that, right? So it come with all that. So to say that what my father come from, and I point at the roots. Okay, let's say that because it dig back to that far. It gotta come from that far. So part of my what I want to learn is where it starts with my grandfather, right? Uh, I know my grandfather was very angry. When he came from Puerto Rico to live in New York, he came with this very angry mentality. I don't know how he treated his friends. I don't know how he didn't, according to what I know so far, I don't know about a brother or an aunt. I don't know if my dad had cousins. I don't know that. I've never learned about any of that. So part of this is like, hey, I need to start digging in. And I've been, I'm writing this book about this mental struggle, where it comes from, how it started for me, and I figure out things about my mom and my dad, and how where it started for them, uh, and where I have to teach my kids so they don't bring that to their kids. Or if I can't stop that cycle, maybe I could stop it from my grandkids putting it on their children, right? At least for me, that's where I sit as a father, learning all this history as it is about Puerto Rico, and like I said, opening that DNA situation and say that I'm higher percentage Portuguese, or it puts me in a situation like, wait a minute. And so again, I'm not here to blame anyone about the human being I was, because as I was in my healing process, I realized uh, the choices that were there for me, that maybe I could have made a different choice, which would have brought me to a different outcome, right? And so I brought all that into all my relationships, until um, until it led me to health problems. All right, this is why I come on here, because like I said, I've been to the bottom. So it led me to health problems, and health problems led me to where I sit right now, getting help and being better, making change in myself here, being changed in myself and my heart. So I don't have any malice towards um, any wrongdoing in my childhood. You know what I mean? Um, I grew up with malice in my heart for what happened in my childhood. And there's a lot more to talk about as far as my childhood is concerned. Um, it's bigger than my dad. Like my cousin on here on Facebook, she's on my dad's side of the family, and so she sees me for that period of my dad's side of my family. But there's my mom's side of the family, and there was stuff that went on that she not really privy to, because uh, she on that side of the family, right? Um, and stuff that was that I'm just becoming aware of, and then stuff that went down with me uh, in that part of my life. So it's a bigger story to my mental struggle that led me to some type of wake up. Some of it was spiritual, some of it was actual. Uh, God damn it, I'm done. Like actual, like serious. I woke up one morning and said, I am done. I'm done, done, done. I'm done being pissed off. I'm done being broke. I'm done being the son of a bitch. Excuse my language. I'm done. I'm just done. And so I gave up that part of me. There was always a good me that I couldn't let stay out, because I was living with the choices I had made as a different my different mindset. The negative mindset put me in crazy choices I was making that kept me wah, wah, wah. Everything I chose kept me wah, wah, wah. And I kept thinking, I know what I'm doing. Man, I was just telling my queen this. I know for a fact my father's side of the family suffered with quotations. I know what I'm doing. Okay? And I suffered from that. I still suffer from that. I know what I'm doing. I don't know Jack Diddley. I didn't know what I was doing at 19 and 20 and 21 and 25 and 35 and 40 and 45. I still didn't know what I was doing, but I know what I'm doing. My father was 20 years older than me, so when I'm 45, my father's 65, and he was going, I know what I'm doing. So, I know now meeting other uncles and cousins and other family on that side of the family, they all have it. I know what I'm doing. I don't know what your family suffer with, but my family suffer with that. I know what I'm doing. And that I know what I'm doing attitude that we suffer with is something that make decisions not with a great, clear mind. It's always 100% I know what I'm doing. So that's not a clear mind, okay? Because you don't know shit. Oh, excuse my language. Wow, I try not to cuss much on this, man. So part of it is you don't really know. You can't know tomorrow. You can't know tomorrow. There's no such thing as right now. That's it. So again, because you can't know tomorrow, how do you know? I know what I'm doing. Okay. So again, with the foggy mind, for me personally, I brought that into my adulthood and I brought it into my parenting. I brought it into my relationships with my family members, my friends. I brought that energy. Though there's some who saw the goodness in me, who knew I was a good dude from my childhood to right now, knew I was a good dude, right? And somehow that good dude stayed with them. I never gave them that part of me. So they know me as a good dude and stuck with me through all that, right? And divorce and like I said, which lead me to my bad relationship with my kids, my grandchildren, not such a great relationship. Currently, I'm gonna get into what I came back to in a minute. Part of this conversation for me is mental, and like I said, decisions I made based off of cloudy judgment. So part of that is I'm gonna get into this right now. So I make decisions and who I'm gonna be in a relationship with. So this is my New Year thing right now that I gotta invest some money in. So I made a choice, right? I got a divorce and I was with a woman who was married. And I was married at the time, so when we get together, like these things happen just like on TV. These things happen, right? Two married people get together. Why? Because they thought it was safe. Neither one of them was going to get any trouble. But we thought we was in love with each other, and she made promises to get a divorce, and I made promises to get a divorce. And so I got a divorce, and she pushed it for whatever. And because I was in love and I was in my cloudy judgment, I ate that, right? 10 years I ate it. Anyway, so fast forward, we got children, right? I'm not getting into the kind of person she is during that 10 years. I'm just not doing that today. That's going to bring me somewhere else. I do that in therapy. So anyway, well, this is where I'm at right now because that was some negative, and now here it is. Because of that relationship, when that relationship ended, it was mental and health. That relationship ended. And because of that relationship ended, I lost my relationship with our twin sons. Her and I have twin sons who are now going to be 18. So here we are, come back from vacation. I knew this was here and I thought I could put it aside, but the mail come and I get a letter from child support. I pay my child support. I don't have a relationship with my kids, but I pay my child support, right? Fighting her in court was a lose-lose situation. For anyone who want to ask that, just so you know, I didn't just quit first, and it was unhealthy for me. I was gonna die. So, uh, I got this letter from child support, and I had gotten it before we went on vacation. Um, the numbers changed. Oh, we changing the numbers on your thing, on your case. Okay, I wasn't really paying attention. Second letter come, Social Security. We changing the number on your things. Now we got to pay this number and not pay that number. Okay, no problem. Wasn't thinking nothing of it. Second letter come from child support. This time it's tell me I see the name. This woman went after 18 years and changed both my sons' last name from the name that was given to them. So now it's bothering me. It wasn't when I left on vacation, I was like, I don't know if I want to get into this can of worms. They're 18 years old. If they want to see me, I'm not hard to find. You just Google First Night. You can find me everywhere. I'm a public person at this point. Like I said, I got nothing to hide from anyone about who I am. All right. And what I've been and who I was beforehand, before the healing process. But now I'm back from vacation. And again, I just said, digging into my ancestry, right? The idea if I want to dig into my ancestry. And what did I say? So my kids could break the cycle. All right, or my grandkids or my great grandkids. But now here's two young men. They're my sons. They're about to break that whole name period, right? So now there will no longer be that last name for them, right? Because when they have children, they're gonna have this new last name. Do me a favor, y'all, hit them like buttons for me, please. Hit that button for me, please, 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 please. Couple, just hit 1 or 2 times, bounce. If you're gonna leave, because I see that, it come and go to the people who viewing. So just do me a favor, hit a couple of likes. So I'm digging into this whole, I need to dig into this whole thing, this family history. And now I'm thinking about my kids who now breaking that book. So in my mind, I'm like, I'm that far in the future, 3 generations from them. And they want to know where they come from. When they go to do their DNA and they finding out how much level of Portuguese and Spanish and Taino they are, because they growing up not really knowing that they even Puerto Rican. They're really growing up thinking they just Irish. So that Puerto Rican stuff, once I was gone, I'm like a forgotten person. Everything got forgotten about what's going on with them. And there's some family medical history that I've come across, right? That now they ain't here for. Yo, Shaolin representative. That's my brother Ed. Ed's in the house. Blessings to you. Happy New Year again, man. Thank you for all the advice for the trip because, oh man, the Brazil was definitely not safe. I'm not getting into that. You and I, we can talk about that later. Anyway, blessings to you and your family. Your grandchildren are awesome, man. So anyway, so I'm going through this now to myself, and it's me and me. Right? I haven't had therapy for now. It's gonna be a month straight because I'm gone. Then it's Christmas and it's New Year. So I haven't had nobody talk to about this except to my lady. And it's bothering me now. This whole idea, this change the name thing. And not so much it's bothering me that she changed the name, it's bothering me that I didn't get a letter from the court or from somewhere else to tell me what's good. Because they're about to be 18. They're not 18 just yet. So that means you still had to find the other parent to do the sign off. So this woman's like that. She'll forge my name. She's like that. But now, how do you forge First Night and have the documents to go with that? I don't even know how she could get away with that, right? So now, the only thing I can think of is she knows someone that has a notary. That's the only thing I can think of. She might know someone who has a notary. She gave them a hop, skip, and a jump story, and that person signed off on a notary saying it's me. So now, bigger can of worms. Now, first thing I was thinking about before this all where it started bothering me was the can of worms is if she did something illegal, how my son's gonna feel about that after all these years with me? And now I gotta feel like it don't matter what they feel. I've already lost this much time. It can't get much worse than this much time I've already lost with them. So it's either this is the opportunity for them to sit with me and talk about it, right? That should be where we at with that. Sit with me and talk about it. The opportunity, the door gonna open for them to do that. Or they're gonna be angry with me and that door still remains the closed door that it's been this whole time. So I gotta do it. The headache, the work, the money it's gonna cost. Listen, I ain't paying for no lawyer, but I'm gonna have to do the dog walking I had to do my whole life. Oh, I put a few years aside while having to walk my dogs, but now that I'm feeling a lot better, my trajectory is on a nice, going up, and my health is doing so much better. My life is better. I don't really have no drama, nothing. My queen's on my side as far as whatever decision I choose to make with this. There is no I disagree with you night, because both sides of it come with that headache. Both sides come with a headache. No matter if I choose not to do nothing, then I'll personally live with the headache of what my choice is. Right? There's a guilt you feel, right? I guess that I'm gonna have to live with. Now I put that guilt aside all these years, but now this come up, and okay, so wait, a fourth. That's what happened. I came back from vacation and we got the mail. Right, it was holding the mail for 2 weeks. We got the whole stack of mail, and there was a new letter, and it said, "If you see that there's a problem on this," they said in this whole paper, they said this my name, my social, my phone number, my where they getting the money from, blah 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 blah, and it says the children name, right? But the letter says, if you see something wrong, then circle it and put the correct. So now that door opened for me. I was letting it go, right? But now this letter show up and say, if you see something wrong, I see something wrong. It's the wrong name. And that's what I want to put on the paper. It's the wrong name. My son's name is this name. And let them tell me. We'll start with them. Let them tell me the name and why the name changed. Then I'll go backwards. From them, they have to give me some documentation that says this is how that happened, because they had to take a copy, right? Then I'll take that to the court, because now I have a court number, right? If I go to the court right now and just throw my name out there, that's going to be harder than not to start that way. But if I get child support to help me by opening the can of worms by saying the name is wrong, and I could be wrong. Maybe child support don't say nothing to me. Maybe they're not allowed to. I don't know what she told the court. That's where I'm at, right? But that's my first step. My first step is, you know what? That name is wrong. So I'm going to report to child support it's the wrong name. I'm about to send that out tomorrow. And we see where we go from that, right? When we wait for a response from that, the correspondence, and we go from there. But I'm living with that inside, like the idea that not only were they taken from me, now they taking their given name from me too. It's not from them, it's from me. They was born with this name. I was in their life for 10 years. At 18. So it's really not fair. And It's not like I could make it go backwards. I can't. Once they turn 18, it's the choice, right? They probably asked them the choice at 17. Hey, how you feel about it? Yeah, I want to change my name. They already brainwashed for 8 years. They already brainwashed. So what I'm supposed to say to that? Of course, I can see that where that go. So it's not about getting the name back, but I don't want to change on no birth certificate. It need to be the name on the birth certificate. That's where I'm at. So I gotta double check how that goes. So I'm gonna go from the court to the Hall of Record, and we gonna get all this can of worm. And like I said, if my sons is upset, what I'm supposed to do to that? I can't really. They already upset with me or whatever they feel about me. They already stuck in their feelings. But at this point, my feelings, I've been here every week tell you about who matters. Me. I gotta matter to me. I matter to me. Right? It's my life. The choices I make have to matter to me. They determine where I want to be in life, the kind of person I want to be. And I've always stuck to my guns about I was a good father. I've never not been a good father to any one of my children. I was always a good father, but I could never, ever be the father. Once my first divorce happened, I could never be the father that I was meant to be because they took that away from me. My first wife took that whole my fatherhood from me, and then this woman took my fatherhood from me. I tried to fight. There was no fighting. They both one learned from the other and learned what to say and learned what to do, and that led me to my first heart attack. And so again, when it start dealing with your health, well, I'm gonna die over being in court. I can't do that. They already I already lost my house. I already lost my job. I was already, I was living in a car. So come on. Right? So they took away my parenting and all that from me. I tried to fight until my health kicked in. And that was the end of that fight. I had to put that away. But now that I'm in a different state, I'm not angry. I'm not angry at all. I don't blame my sons at all for this. Honestly, I blame who I'm supposed to blame. The children's mother. You're not supposed to do that. You're not supposed to take a parent away. Let the children decide for themselves who's a good parent, bad parent. But when you take that choice away from the child, now they only get one side of a choice. And that's how I feel about that when it comes to all my kids. It's ruined everything. Okay, so now back to the whole DNA and the ancestry. It took all that away. My daughter don't have a relationship with me like that. So I had to have that information set up for when somebody decide to ask where we come from. How did we even end up in the United States from Puerto Rico? Maybe somebody going to ask that. Who's the first person to step in from Puerto Rico here in New York? Right? Who did that? Because they didn't go to Florida, they didn't go to California, they didn't go anywhere else. The first place that I know from where I come from, they came from Puerto Rico to New York, and then the rest of my family is all New Yorkers. Born here, children raised, everybody New York. Not here, I'm in Connecticut, sorry, but New Yorkers. Everybody's a New Yorker. All right, now then they move away, but they're all New Yorkers. Not Puerto Ricans from Puerto Rico. My dad was born in New York. My mom was born in Puerto Rico, and she was there for a few years as a child before her mom bringing her to New York as a child. So again, yo, what up, June Shaolin? Yo, my man June from Shaolin. If y'all don't know what Shaolin, that's Staten Island, New York. My man June, we go back way back mad years. Let me tell you something. He got this dope documentary on Apple TV. If you got Apple TV, you got to watch it from the website or on your phone through the web because the Apple app, it doesn't work with the Apple app. But see June Productions, my man got this great documentary about what was going down in Staten Island, the real story of Staten Island, what was going down we talk about the other four boroughs, but don't really say much about Staten Island. So I was in Staten Island. I'm from Staten Island. So represent June. That's I owe y'all out there. Look it up. Look it up. So anyway, so this my mental struggle going into the new year. Um, and it's okay because the other things I'm going to do is canceling the struggle, I guess, because I just got to go handle the business. Um, Everything else is right here from the comforts of the crib, right? The comforts right here, the crib. I'll be in the studio. So, I do the mashups over there at the turntables. I got the MPC in front of me. So this right here, the microphone, all that's right here. You know, I got a drawer right in front of me with a bunch of notepads, the old legal joints. And I'll show my age with that legal joints. Right? I got the legal joints. I got pencils and I got pens. All right. I can't do the typing when it comes to writing songs. I really need to do with writing. Still like that. Anyway, so um, I'm gonna get through that, and I'm gonna put it in my higher power hands. Like I said, I'm gonna put the door open for me to put in, say, hey, this is what I see is wrong, and so I'm gonna send that in, and let's see where that goes. Um, I guess the best case scenario is they don't do nothing. Maybe I don't uh, fight it further. Let's see how that plays itself out. Uh, well, to be continued for y'all on here, right? So let's go back to what's up with y'all, man. So New Year's and new things, you know. Um, I ain't worried about nothing. So everything for me still positive. It's not a lose lose can of worms at this very moment. That's how I sit. It's not a lose lose can of worms. If they mad at me, they mad at me. If the opportunity's there to talk to me, and then that's the positive it could come from it. And even if it's to yell at me, that's talking to me at this moment, right? To be angry with me is better than what I have right this moment. So I'll take whatever and I'll eat it, whatever their words are. But I've got the documents, I got videos, I got pictures, I got everything that shows that first 10 years of their lives, Pops was on point. You know what I mean? So they I'm good. I got it from my other kids, but they still in their mindset for themselves about where their childhood was and where I sit as a father. It was difficult for them during a divorce. My first two kids, very difficult for them during a divorce. Uh, though I was in their lives, it was very in and out. I wasn't allowed to be more pertinent in their lives. It was very in and out. Uh, it's a long story, and it take me places I ain't really trying to go that far back. I've done that enough times already. Um, so life is still good. We got a plan for the next trip coming in June. You know, so me and the Queen, we already got plans for that. Uh, we got the plan for the trip for 2026 already planned ahead. So we good. You know what I mean? Everything else falling into place, man. And you know what else we did for Christmas? Let me tell y'all some real. Let me get off all that other negative stuff and talk about something positive. So here's what we did, man, for Christmas. Me and the Queen, we was freezing. It's freezing outside, and we hit the hot tub. Got in the hot tub. That was like the best Christmas. You know what I mean? It was all snow outside, and we in the hot tub, and we warm because I got the little tent cover where the steam stay inside. So we was good outside. You throw the robe on, you walk back a few feet to the door. So we was chilling in the hot tub for Christmas, man. I was like, you don't do who does that? Not in my life. I don't know too many people who live a life like that. So this is where I was at, rock bottom, gonna die twice and suffer with so much other things. And here I am on Christmas and sitting in the hot tub. So that's where we at. Uh, Life is good. And my queen is awesome and supportive. And when she says she loved me, she actually means it. She doesn't just say the words love, where some people, humanity, we used to that word. So we tell people we love them. And just as we do, I do it on the phone with my people a lot because I love them. We get off the phone, I say peace, but I always say, yo, I love you, bro. I love you, sis. Before I say it, before anything, I say that. I love you, bro. I love you, sis. Uh, I love you, Titi. I love you, Grandma. I always say I love you because I actually love them. But uh, when they tell me they love me back, do they actually love me? What does their heart say? So we human beings, and we get caught up with having to say I love you. I'm big on I need to say it because you never know. Uh, it's the last time you see them, so I make sure that I say I love you. Uh, it's important to me. It's been that way for a long time that I would tell people I love them because I actually love them. And you never know, man. Crazy things happen in this world. New Orleans, stupidness happen. Uh, right now in New York, is so much stupid is happening. So I just want to tell my people I love them, and I come on here with y'all to tell you that I got love for y'all too. You know what I mean? I'm here because hoping, like I said, something I say inspires y'all to want to make change. You know, uh, I did it. I put my foot down on life and was like, "You not kicking me in my butt no more." I put my foot down on life. You are no longer kicking my butt anymore. And I put a lot of human beings was shooting baskets, garbage, in the garbage. A lot of human beings, garbage, crossing over, garbage, behind the back, curly nail, garbage. You know what I mean? For real. I had to let some people go because that negative mindset was keeping me in a negative pattern. And so I had to get rid of negative people in my life and deal with people who doing positive things in their life. Not so much positive for me. What I get out of it is the positive energy that they put. I get inspired. And so I put this out there every week, but with hopes that I inspire one of you to say, hey, you know what? Maybe I should go to the doctor. Maybe I should talk to somebody. In fact, maybe I should call my brother and tell him I love him. Maybe I should call my mother, call my father. Maybe I should call my kids if you haven't already. You know what I mean? Um, that's where I sit with that. You know, um, 7 minutes more to go. Or about, what did it say? 10 more minutes to go, I guess. But whatever. Uh, I kind of said all I needed to say for this week. Um, it's kind of perfect that I'm ending the week with this, right? You're not alone in this world. No, don't ever believe you're not alone in this world. Find someone to share whatever the issue is with, someone you trust with all your heart, that they won't sit there and tell someone else what you just told them. If you can't trust them, then my suggestion is therapy. I go to therapy for that reason. There's things I could tell one person that I can't tell another. There's things I could tell uh, one family member I can't share with another. So it doesn't really work for me. So going to therapy is where I can share everything. That person is not judgmental. That person that person doesn't throw opinionated things at me. That person comes in and talks to me about me and lets me talk about me to her. And again, I start to find out more about myself. Hold on 1 sec with 10 minutes to go. I got issues here. Boom. Oh, so I got to get off the TikTok because the 1 hour gonna meet and they gonna kick me off. But yo, you not alone. I got mad love for y'all. If you don't have someone else you can reach out to with your positive to give you some positive energy, to someone you could trust just to talk, holla at me. I am here, man. I am retired. I'm going to do radio, all this stuff because I'm retired. I'm getting to have some fun with my retirement. That's why I sit with myself, right? So I'm here, man. Hit me up right here on each one of these platforms: Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. All right, hit me up on any one of those under Mentally Strong Conference. You can find me on all of them under First Night, FIRSTKNIGHT. That's right, that is my name. Send me an email, Mentally Strong Conference at Gmail, or you send me a personal message at Minister First Night at yahoo.com. So you have plenty of ways to reach me. If you're friends with me on any one of these platforms, then it's 100% a chance that you could get my phone number off of it and give me an actual phone call. And send me a text. It's all good. Find me on Messenger. I'm willing to, I do it all. My phone, my ringer is rarely off. So hit me up. Again, my name is First Night. This is Mentally Strong Conference. And I appreciate all of y'all for even coming on. I appreciate those of you who hit that like button. If you see this after the fact, hit that like button for me. All right. Mad love, y'all. Peace. Boom. Stop. Hit them stop buttons.